How can you eat the food you love and still have the body you love? Well, there's a way, and it's unlike any program done before. Hello, it's Coach Tom again, founder of Life Fitness. I'm your local fat loss expert who's helped people in our community lose over 10,000 pounds of fat so they can live healthier and happier lives. Welcome back to my brand new video series entitled New Year, New You. Now in this video, I'm going to teach you a system for lasting fat loss. But more importantly, I'm also going to show you how that will help you get your confidence and happiness back for a whole new you this year. So if you're a gym goer, but you aren't seeing results from your workouts, or you're a diet hopper that hasn't found a program you can stick to, stay with me because you're going to discover how pleasant and ordinary people just like you and me can get a tight and toned body this year and why it's critical that you stop your New Year's dieting right now. So in video number 1, I talked about a framework for creating lasting fat loss. I shared how this is going to immediately help you break free from yo-yo dieting. So if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it now and then come back to watch this one. Seriously, just push pause and go watch the first video. This video will still be here when you get back. All right, today I'm going to build on what we discussed by sharing the number one thing you must master if you want to lose weight and keep it off. Now, this is an entirely new way of thinking about fat loss, so pay close attention. I'm also going to share a simple trick to reduce cravings. When you know how to do this, you'll never have to worry about steering clear of parties or social events when trying to lose weight. The goal is to break you free of yo-yo dieting and get you on track towards your ideal body so you can experience what it feels like to love yourself again. And if you're already loving yourself, that's awesome. But I think you can agree, some more self-love is a good thing. Now, we have a lot to cover today, so be sure you have some paper and a pen ready to take notes and follow along. In fact, make sure you've downloaded the cheat sheet I created for you. It is going to come in handy. Now, anytime you're trying to drop a few pounds, it's inevitable you'll hit roadblocks. Perhaps you experienced them before. Things like having to cook separate meals for your family, lack of support from friends or family, intense cravings or feeling left out of celebrations, feeling like you're depriving yourself or missing out. Here's what I know to be true. If you've ever faced these before, you're totally normal. But if you allow these to become your everyday truth, you'll never achieve your ideal body. Plus, you're going to continue to feel the same shame, guilt, and frustrations that come with failed attempts to lose weight. You'll continue to move away from your healthiest and happiest self. Trust me, I get it. And I've been there. I can't tell you how many Monday mornings I've started with, today will be the day, only to let myself down again. That's why in this video, I'm going to take the process of permanent fat loss and break it down. You're going to get a very practical way of eating, which is going to save you a lot of time. However, before we go any further, it's important I bring to your attention something that often gets overlooked as you begin to think about this on a practical basis. And not paying attention to this will virtually guarantee another failed weight loss attempt. It's called all or nothing thinking. Or as my counselor wife would call it, a fixed mindset. You see, restrictive diets sets you up for this by giving you a huge list of naughty foods you can't eat. And when someone tells you that you can't have something, you immediately want it. It's human nature. So when bread or sugar all of a sudden become naughty foods, you just can't stop thinking about them. So true, right? So when you inevitably give in to your cravings, indulge in a naughty food. You think to yourself, well, I've already screwed up this diet, so I might as well have ice cream, pasta, wine, whatever tonight. And I'll just start fresh in the morning. I can't tell you how many times I've been there. This was the case when I tried to give up booze. I knew that I needed to stop because it was hurting my health, my happiness, and my potential. So I outlawed all alcohol from my body. But the more off limits the booze became in my mind, the more space the booze took in my mind. I'd think about it so much that eventually I'd find a bottle of some intoxicant in my hands and then on my lips. After one drink went down the hatch, I would think, well, I've already blown it. I might as well go all in and enjoy it. I'll get back on the wagon tomorrow. Here's the deal. When I gave myself permission to do that, the results were always bad. I'd wake up the next day feeling like a failure with a hangover. This is all or nothing thinking. This is a mindset that I want to help you overcome, just like I did, because let's keep it real. When it comes to your health and happiness, nutrition is important, exercise is important, but the most important factor for long-term success is mindset. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of today's video, starting with how to change our mindset and overcome all or nothing thinking. Let's start with my F word theory. As you already know, food is a 4-letter F word. I know, right? Those 4-letter F words can be tricky. Now, what F word are you using food for? Food can be for fun. Food can be for flavor. Food can be for friends and family. Food can be for festivities. You know, all those parties you attended over the past weeks. Food can also be for feelings. But the most important F word for food is fuel. Now enter the 80-20 rule, which means that 80% of the time we use food for fuel. That means eating foods that energize and nourish. And 20% of the time, we'll eat foods that aren't necessarily for fuel. We'll eat foods for flavor, fun, festivities, and all those other F words, except for feelings. We never want our feelings to control our eating habits. But we can plan to eat fun and flavorful foods at parties and with friends and families. Because then we are in control of what we put into our bodies instead of allowing our feelings to control what we put into our bodies. Notice how I didn't label foods as good or bad. All foods can be enjoyed without guilt on your path to your ideal body as long as you stick to the 80-20 rule. Simple, right? In fact, I no longer have the desire to gorge myself on cake or pasta. I'm completely satisfied after a few bites. And that's because I don't have any naughty foods. And I'm not a carb-deprived maniac. The reason I know this works is because I use this same strategy to overcome my own addictive behaviors. And when I apply them to my clients who struggle with food, the results have been amazing. And since there aren't any foods on the naughty list with the 80-20 system, I no longer have to cook completely separate meals for my family or spend hours meal prepping on Sundays. Just use the New Year, New You food swap cheat sheet that goes along with this video for energizing and nourishing food swaps for all your favorite foods. And I'm not talking kale chips here. I promise you won't feel deprived with any of the foods on this list. So let's do a quick review of what we learned today. First, we learned a whole new way to think about healthy eating. Apply this to what you're doing now, and you'll begin to see an immediate shift towards your ideal body. Plus, you learned about the New Year, New You food swap cheat sheet, which will help you reduce the cravings. This has been a jam-packed video, so make sure you review your notes and take action immediately. Speaking of taking action, before we go today, I want you to leave a comment right below this video and tell me your favorite food swap from the cheat sheet. After you stop being a carb-deprived maniac like me, how will life be different 1 year from now? When you drop the excess fat, will you be healthier and happier? I think so. Get clear about the result and the impact it will have on your life, the lives of your family, and those around you. So let me know by leaving a comment below. I love reading the comments. And if you found this video helpful, please invite friends who might find it useful to this Facebook group. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to get started even if you have no time. If you're new to getting in shape, this is going to give you the exact track to run on for lasting fat loss. If you're experienced with weight loss challenges or working out, then we're going to discuss specific steps you can take right now to amplify all the good you have and identify the few things that are likely holding you back from getting your ideal body and living a healthier and happier life. Speaking of getting your ideal body, we've been hearing from a number of people who have had questions about my New Year, New You transformation program. Here's a preview. It is unlike any program or challenge I've ever been part of. I'm going to announce it soon in our Facebook group, and I would love to see you in there. The group is actually called New Year, New You Transformation Program Giveaway because I'm going to give away a free challenge to every 50 people. I'm going to give one free challenge away for every 50 people who join the group. So get in there and invite your friends too. Pretty please. Now, my goal is to help 220 people live healthier and happier lives this year, and I want you to be one of them. In the next video, we'll talk more about the New Year, New You Transformation Program and how it can help you live a healthier and happier life. I want you to have first dibs before I open it up to the general public. We're going to run it similar to a college class. That way, we can all go through it together. So after the announcement, I will open up registration for a few days, and then we'll close it down to create space to deliver the material to the new class. The next video is going to be all about moving forward. So if you're interested in moving forward and you want more details about the program, be sure to watch the next video where I will lay it all out for you. But for now, I want to leave you with this. Imagine what your life would be like when you start loving what you see in the mirror. What would it feel like to love the way you look in clothes and out of clothes? What would it feel like to walk into a room with confidence and turn heads? Imagine what it will be like for friends and family to say, "Oh my God, you look great. What have you been doing?" Let's make this your year, the year of the new you. I'm Coach Tom, the most grateful man on the planet, and right now I'm grateful that you gave me your attention for the last 10 minutes. I hope you got some value out of it.